well, look, Naomi had to give up the belt, aka Trinity Fatu, aka the wife of Big Jim, or his real name, Big Jonathan, and Jay is Joshua. You want to know who the Uso brothers are? They're
And
all
I
they're all Fatus, and they're all from California.
and I just found out yesterday that me and Big Jim and the Eat all had the same birthday.
It's nice to know.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I knew it was in August, but couldn't remember when.
So,
they don't announce their birthdays quite as much as they used to.
so Tony, so how did you find out that
How did how did I
Big
find out this?
that Big Jim and Naomi wanted a baby?
I read it about 4 months ago and started talking to Rush about it. It might have been 3 months ago that she wanted a baby. She was 37, so her clock was ticking. So I figured, yeah, she probably will go ahead and have a baby. I mean, yeah, I mean, there are plenty of them with babies that travel with them. You got the man, she travels with her babies. You got Alexa Bliss travels with her baby. It's very family oriented. They give them so many more dates off. So I don't think it's a big deal. And she said the funny thing on Raw was that if she has to defend her belt while she's breastfeeding, she would do that.
Oh yeah, that was pretty
But
funny.
well, it's funny. It started out, she's like, You're not taking my belt away from me again." So she ends up surrendering it herself instead of her favorite Raw manager, which has been really good the last 3 or 4 weeks. Has been high energy and granting all the matches. Yeah, I
I,
mean, she was on such a run, and that's what makes me wonder, Alonzo. Do you think it was planned when Jay Cargill went through that car window? Do you think they had this much planned, or do you just kind of think they went with what the punches gave them?
I mean, I think that it could have been her last hurrah, and she was willing to be a heel for a little bit longer, or a little bit, I guess. People forget, or maybe not, that Naomi, Jay Cargill, and Bianca Belair had a good group going, right? And we all thought that, at least I thought it was being Jade Cargill turned heel, or Bianca Belair, but I never thought that it would have been Naomi turning heel. But yeah, I think that they saw it, and Naomi saw it, that this was the best way to maybe get out of action for a little bit while Jade Cargill does her thing. And when Naomi returned, that's whenever she didn't return for a while. Naomi did, rather. And she came back, was it? When did she return, Tony, from action?
Who Cargill?
Naomi.
Naomi? I can't remember. Seems like was it March? I can't.
Right, so
Surely
she,
am I? It was like November or something. That was it.
okay, so then she'd been out for a while, so she came back, from that Jade Cargill stuff like that. That anything that happened with Jade Cargill whenever she beat her up at, was the Elimination Chamber, right?
Yeah.
She took like a little bit of leave, I guess, and like they said that she was hurt, whatever. But and she came back and attacked Jade Cargill and turned heel. So there was a lot of speculation on what had happened to her. But maybe she was trying to get pregnant then, and it worked. And anyway, but yeah, it could have been planned. Again, they could have said, "Well, let's put the belt on Naomi for a little bit just to see how it goes." And right, that's where right now it's like, well, she had to surrender, and all that. So she did a good job of holding the belt as long as she could. Was it 2 months, right, Tony?
Yeah.
2 months? Yeah, right. So
Yeah.
yeah, she did a good job defending it, I guess. She had a couple good matches. The last match she had was pretty good. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, and you mentioned the belt. I'm going to stop you for just a second because, as you can see, her belt is custom.
yeah,
I don't have a photo of it, but Ethan Page, the North American NXT champion, he made the leather border and underneath the Canadian flag. So we might be seeing more of these
custom.
custom belts coming.
Yeah, because didn't Stone Cold have a custom belt, and The Rock had a custom belt,
Yeah,
and John Cena's custom belt. I mean, I think that's kind of cool. That kind of resembles the character, and
yeah. I think it's better than just having whatever they put on the couple of nameplates they have there.
hmm
Generally a logo and their name. But I thought this would happen. I mean, eventually she wanted kids. Jim already had 2 kids from another relationship. Like all the Fatus, plenty of kids. Dropkck Fatu, 7 kids.
I was trying to rush my highlights. Yeah, the Arsenal shirt rush. Yeah.
But I seen this coming, but I didn't see this storyline being as good as it was. And Russ predicted that she would
I
win
think,
the Money in the Belt, Money in the Bank, and all that.
yeah, and it's kind of disappointing because we really never saw Bianca Belair and Naomi wrestle for the belt. Um, so
I wonder if she's injured because I haven't seen
Bianca Belair,
her. Yeah,
I don't know when was the last time she wrestled, Tony.
yeah, I'm not sure. And she's been kind of placed out because you got like Tiffany Stratton that's real muscular. You got Cargill, and then you have some of them that have did the fitness and muscular stuff, and also gymnastics
That's what it is.
Like Tiffy Chang.
Well, wasn't Alexa Bliss also like a cheerleader?
Yeah, yes,
Yeah, so I think we have all kind of body types in the women's division.
yeah.
Just that they body Nia Jax.
It's weird seeing her on NXT.
Yeah,
Anything else about Naomi before we move on?
yeah. I think the way the crowd, congratulated her and Big Jim is pretty cool.
Big John.
Well, right.
It, it, it's funny having a Slim Jim during.
yeah, but you know, Big Jim. I think that anytime a wrestler like that, who's despite being a heel, I think they're supposed to be better fans because of their stories. I think that the fans appreciate that. I think that the wrestlers appreciate that as well from the fans. Um,
And I
so
wouldn't be surprised, Alonzo, if we see in the next 6 to 7 months that they start tag teaming again with Usos until Little Jim comes or whatever the name would be.
so you think Big Jim's gonna stay?
Yeah, I think. I mean, at least I'm sure he'll take some time off, but I'm just saying, from now until when the baby's born, I could see him teaming up. If they
Huh.
did that, like teamed up for that one night.
Do you think that do you think that Big Jim is gonna move to Raw?
I don't know what they're gonna do. Well, that will start getting situated after Clashin Paris next week, because the new season start in October. They originally they were supposed to have it March, April, like they usually do, but supposedly the lotteries, the drafts, that'd be in October or September. So we'll see if that's true. I mean, I assume they're gonna be moving people around, especially it's gonna be confusing. They might have pushed it back since ESPN has a say in it now. All the Disney money.
When does that start?
Um, it starts the 20th of September with WrestlePalooza, and I originally read that all the ones the rest of the year are to be on ESPN, but I read some stuff that is stay on Peacock minus the one, which I don't think they would do. I think they would show them all on ESPN. I'll look at it before we do next week's show, plus the other stuff I want to look into that.
So does that mean they move the whole library to ESPN?
But the library is up March of 2006.
Man, that's crazy, man. Cause like this whole thing's just a bad idea, man. Like,
Yeah.
cause
Save it for later, Alonzo. I got it worked in there. But
okay,
I
tell
agree.
me.
Yeah. It kind of gets me flustered and pissed off too, Alonzo. Just doesn't make any sense. Oh, I hate when it does this. Whee!
Typical nonsense on the Tony podcast show.
This is where are you? Where does the SmackDown logo belong? There you go. That was that hard. I just go to full screen. Made us first last Friday. Didn't really pay much attention to yesterday's. It was early. I believe it was in Birmingham, UK.
Yeah, I was at my friend's, so I didn't. I did not watch much of it. Didn't watch any of it actually.
Yeah. This week, it's weird after this this SmackDown and Raw, they put a lot of these cards on, but there's kind of like an example of what you get. Alexa Bliss and Praxium, Drew McIntyre, which is weird because he's supposed to be a Raw star. But we'll get on to the action. And it's Alonzo's the favorite star here.
Oh God. The Simone Spike.
Motherfucking Tongans. MFT. You have to make sure you call them that every time we discuss them. MFT. So all of us can remember what MFT stands for. Motherfucking Tongans. I guess that doesn't lose their locus. He's the one.
I can't call them fudgers. Tongans.
Mother fudging Tongans. And you can call them that. It's weird. It's like every SmackDown, that's who starts it. Don't know why what number counts right on this end. Sammy's still looking like a homeless man. Being on both brands. That's what I hope, Alonzo. I hope they stay more to just one brand because there's way too much movement.
Well, yes, but there are people that just stay stale and stagnant. And, it's like, I hope that if LA Knight does go to Raw, he just doesn't disappear and become a mid card draw or have mid card matches.
Yeah.
Because they gotta do something with him. It's like, what's his name? Trnity Fatu. He shouldn't have to wrestle this bunch of just like Alexa Flair and Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss, right? They're always wrestling with the servers, whoever it is, with Candice and like P and
Secret Hervis.
Secret Harvest.
Hervis.
Oh, Herbert, right. Secret Harvest. So it just gets so old and annoying, because the same old matches every Friday night or every Monday night. Russ, are you there? Can you be my co-host? Because apparently I'm the host now. So yeah, yeah, it's amazing. I didn't watch that now, so I don't know what happened. Well, I did watch. Oh, hey Tony, you're back.
All right, there. Sammy going in on Solo. Super kick. I haven't showed one of these in about 9 months, Alonzo. Banned him from my show. Decided to allow a few this week.
It was a Super Academy, Super Kick Academy, rather.
I wonder who teaches the super kicks that was bringing to. And there you have Big Jim, Sammy, and Jacob Fatu moving on, ready to take on a motherfucking Tongans. Alonzo says, motherfudging Tongans.
Mm-hmm.
We'll definitely be seeing them at War Games. There's Alexa Bliss. They sure have been using a lot of these laser lights.
I like a theme song.
Yeah. There's a Secret Service. There's Bliss going straight in on Piper. I mean, of all the people they released, it's like, why is Piper there? I guess he's a jobber, but they have other people that they use for jobbers,
And that's what I'm talking about tonight.
like Mia Jin.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
can't.
well, what does Piper offer? Nothing. She's
Well,
friends with Chelsea.
she's not bad. I don't know why they keep on using the Secret Harvest versus Next Bliss and Charlotte Flair. They have B-Fab. They have what's her name, Nikki Cross.
That
They
was
have,
weird because they were pushing BFAB and they stopped. I don't know if she picked up the injury. What happened to her? But they were pushing her pretty
and
good.
they also had Candice LeRae as well.
Yeah, which she's just a manager now. I'm not sure she wrestles right now, which is
Oh,
fine. Fine,
well,
fine, fine.
even
What?
still, Tony. I mean, even still, there's still potential in him too.
But it's like, I mean, her. I'm not sure how long she's been, but her husband's been in the business 19 years. It's kind of just your your low card or low mid card. It's just I don't know, I think you need to shuffle things around more, especially when you got gyms like Nakamura. I assume he wants to be on TV more.
Oh, even uh um Julia. It's like, why can't she wrestle on a weekly basis?
Yeah. I just still think she's nursing the injury. She was supposed to take off, and she only took off like a couple of weeks. She was supposed to be off a couple of months. So maybe she didn't have the surgery. But there's Alexa Bliss getting her hands raised, winning the match. And there she is getting attacked. That black female referee is good. I always forget her name.
She's good. I think she's alright.
And she put her wrist still attacking Bliss. There's the next match. Mr. Miz and Miz is still trying to get a push for him, but
Carmelo Hayes.
yeah, it's weird. Like Carmelo Hayes first match, Cody Rhodes, and like they put him against all these top stars, but they haven't really done much with him lately.
Hmm.
I mean, he's a good wrestler. I just think there's some others that deserve a push.
Carmelo Hayes or Jonathan Miz?
Good. I think there's others other than Kamara Hayes deserve it. And
Hmm.
there's where are champions, tag team champions in that arena? Two separate spots. And back to action. Miz trying to soften the blow. Miz in the corner.
Do you think, Tony, that the Miz and Carmelo Hayes make a good tag team?
Uh, they're not bad. They're kind of entertaining. Like their backstage stuff is really good. I just don't know if Miz has a good enough wrestling itself to be able on trying to teach and tutor. But he definitely can lend it to the talking and the bits backstage and all that part of it. He can help him quite a bit there.
Hmm.
And I think it's a little bit of both, but they're entertaining. But what's weird is like with they're not to do something different with that because they're like 7, 8 teams constantly combating for that tag team champion. They're not one of them. Somebody
See,
taking flight here.
I wish that there was more competition in Raw than there is on Smack. I think there's more competition on SmackDown than there is on Raw. Because when was the last time you saw JJ McDonough and what's his name? Finn Balor versus the tag team?
In about a month.
Exactly. So it's like I don't get why, you know.
I'm sure they probably wrestle. It's probably on one of the other shows that they tape the other hour, both SmackDown and Raw that they use on their other shows. But Miss loading in their hair. This looks weird. Miz and Carmelo pick up the win. Do we have Alonso can probably see because mine's taking forever to load. There we go. Drew McIntyre with his leather kilt. Talking about, I really don't care. They have to give him a better story. Somebody to go after instead of just everybody.
um, he gets mad very, very easily if he doesn't get what he wants. And
Especially here, look at him.
he's been on SmackDown for a while, right, Tony?
Yeah.
I think his best move would go to Raw, because
He was supposed to move to Raw. I'm not sure what happened.
it'll be interesting what happens once Johnson retires. I think that SmackDown is on a good run right now. There's more you can do with the guys on there. Where before on Raw, it's like the same ending every freaking Monday.
And what's battle on Joe? They went back to basically both of them have been worse since they went to 2.5 and 2 hours, and they're getting on Raw where they're averaging that 20-minute talk before your first match, and when you have it's 2 hours without ads. So when you have that time, it's just not being filled right. Everything was going really smoothly. So I mean, they were talking about how good SmackDown's ratings were after 3 hours. So I'm not sure why they're tinkering with something that was working and going back to the longer, boring 20, like I said, 20 to 30 minutes of talking before you start. Well, it's just I'm like you. I think Raw or SmackDown's a better brand. You got Cody Rhodes. You got Orton. Orton needs a couple of belts. Didn't like it that he. I wish he got a chance to beat Cena for one. Not Scarcina gets the belt put back on me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, listen. Roman Reigns going to making an appearance on SmackDown. Leads me to believe that he may go to SmackDown or Raw or she retires. I'm not sure, but it should be interesting what happens.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they're gonna do. Here you go. Speaking of kind of a useless butt,
Candice LeRae.
I can't stand her.
You can't you can't stand Johnny Wrestling either, huh, Tony?
Yeah, don't like her, and I still have my pet name for her, the Pixie Cunt.
Wow.
Just don't like her. Don't like Johnny Wrestling.
Like Tomatonga.
Yeah.
Like Tomatonga. Tomatamasu.
There's her Street Profits.
How do you say his name, Tony? Tamayasu? Tamasu? How do you say his name?
Which one?
Chamba
The
Tamasu? How do you say his name?
Yeah, I think so. The one from New Zealand, I believe.
Johnny's tag team partner. How do you say his name?
Um, I can't think that.
Johnny Gargano. Is Chamba Chunga? Help me out, Tony. Okay,
Uh,
Google. What is Johnny Gargano's tag team partner's name? Oh gosh.
Please should give me your answer. Hey Siri, who is Johnny Gargano's wrestling partner?
Oh, Tommaso Ciampa.
Yeah,
Tommaso
Tomasa
Ciampa.
Chama. Yeah.
Okay. See, Rose, why don't you on this podcast so you can help us out? Tommaso Ciampa. I wonder if he's Greek. Tommaso Ciampa. Did I say Ciampa Tamayasu?
Just know he's not good enough for a main roster. That's all I know.
He's good enough, man. I think he's good. He's not
Not
great,
every
but
week. Not every week like we're doing. And I don't know what happened to my
fair enough.
little gang of pretty deadly.
Your little gang. Imagine that. 20 make me laugh, Tony. There you go. Tommaso Ciampa, Tony. Oh, she's Tommaso Ciampa.
Look at that pose, and the match isn't even over. Not sure what street profit that is, but he's about 30 foot in the air from the angle.
Tommaso Ciampa.
Street profit ready to jump off. It's like all they do is aerial moves. There, Street Profits beat DIY.
AKA Johnny Wrestling, Tommaso Ciampa, and Candice LeRae.
Candice LeRae sounds like a somebody trying to make it in the NASCAR. Look, it's your favorite. The motherfucking Tongans.
Is this a PG show?
No, it's not on YouTube. I don't know what it does with it on Facebook, but if you want to watch, we're on both of them. And rest is be telling us his name, the rest of it. And you got Big Jim, Sammy.
Big Jim.
They call him Big John with the interview they had with Stephanie. The referee looks like a fucking midget. Look at him. That guy can't be 5 foot.
Rough.
I don't think I've seen that ref. I'm sure refs can tell his exact height and weight, college he went to, and something else. Refs the keeper of every referee. Doesn't matter what sport. He likes the referees. And he still needs a Foot Locker t-shirt. What? Barry will be happy having that as a Christmas. Down low, Rikishi there. I guess you're allowed to do this, Alonzo, when your dad's a twin brother of Rikishi.
Wait, is Trnity Fatu and the Usos cousins?
Yeah, they're cousins. Jacob Fatu's dad is Rikishi's twin brother, which he used to go by Fatu, different names added on to Fatu, but he was just Fatu and Samoan Fatu. It's I don't know how they make Solo beat him. I just not too happy about that. But there's Sammy. There's Solo going by Matt Hurd. Going over ropes. Imagine that happening with Fatu wrestling. And there you have.
Yeah, it was a cool ending whenever Sami Zayn and Jacob Fatu hugged it out.
Let's see how this works, Alonzo. Yay! On the Raw. Big card. Io Sky. Which I'm glad they're starting to they've been there the last 2 months, but having her being very vocal in English and Japanese. There's a great segment where everybody's walking out and she just keeps on just blurting out stuff in Japanese. You have no idea what she's saying. Or the other Kabuki warrior that I like.
Kairi Sane.
Yeah, always forget her name. it's like they had Dakota Kai in there, so always. But yeah, that you had the Extreme Rules match since it was in Philadelphia. Paul Heyman really pushing that. Yeah, Naomi addressing the crowd.
You
The Vision. I hate calling them the Vision. I know they, except for Rollins is the visionary, so Vision, and then you have Penta versus his 1,000th wrestler. Did you think he's wrestled the whole card yet, Alonzo?
it seems like that.
It just seems like he's wrestled everybody. And here you have Seth Rollins coming out.
It
We
is.
got the Suafala on Bronson Reed there. Braun Breaker looking buff as fuck, looking like his brothers.
His uncles.
Uncle and Dan. Got Paul Heyman
You say his
talking to
brother's
the
funny.
crowd there. Talking to the crowd in Philadelphia. Got Seth checking out with Suafala. I love how he's just stolen these shoes from Roman Reigns and wearing them. Yeah, so he came out that early. So I got more storytelling to do here. Basically, you had Paul Heyman saying is a god in Philadelphia. You had him telling Bronson Reed that everybody hated his uncle, his dad, blah blah blah. But basically, just pumping everybody up. It was a pretty good promo, but like I said, it took up 20 fucking minutes. There's Io Sky. Was one of the best wrestlers on the roster there, and somebody with a long back. I'm not sure what Triple H sees in her, but he sure keeps pushing her.
Clashin Paris.
No Rodriguez. Come on, Perez is great. Started at 15.
I know you're still
Good,
telling you see it every
story.
time.
It's like why is she going against Io Sky when her and Perez would have been a great match? There's after a match, Perez came in.
Yeah,
Here
it looks
comes
like
Rhea Ripley to the rescue.
Asuka and Kairi Sane are going to be apart, or at least friends, with what's your name?
No, they showed them all getting along after that segment. There's the before, I guess they're on that place. It's like Rhea Ripley being 5'7", and it looks like her legs are 6 feet long. She was taken out. And here you have, so I'm not sure if he's a new member,
Oh,
Grayson Waller, one
yeah.
of the fuckers they don't know what to do with. Not sure what they've done with his partner. Which
Oh, didn't you get fired or something?
I don't know if he got released or not. I think he did. They should have released both of them just because. I mean, Waller's perfectly fine wrestler. They just don't wrestle him, don't use him in the story. So why be on the fucking shows? And it's Penta. Went up flying off the top post.
So,
What you're missing there is a referee tried to grab his leg to keep him from jumping. It's like, it's an illegal move. Why are you trying to stop him?
maybe he's already on the top, Tony.
Yeah. Russ would appreciate this one.
Is wrestling still around?
No. Last thing you said was, we have to. Look there, you got a second super kick in there. Looks like it knocked him clean out. I guess they just do that so they know how far to stop. That's why everybody, look, you asked for him, you get him, Alonzo. Your team has done him. And this
All right, Penta
gigantic,
Russ. I think Penta's got a good future.
yeah,
I think he's got a lot of good moves.
I just don't like how he's wrestled literally half the Raw roster. Probably has wrestled over half the men's roster.
See, Dragon Lee, aka Dragon Lee.
Yep. We all love Dragon Lee. Dragon Lee! There we go. Started.
Sorry, I'm a little tired from last night, but yeah. There you go, Tony.
You probably had a few too many beers for you.
Yeah.
There you got Iguana versus Finn Balor. Finn Balor. Guess what Finn Balor had, Alonzo?
Mountain Dew. Oh, Iguana Man.
No,
Mr. Iguana.
he had his own puppet. It was a demon. He had a demon as a puppet.
Mr. Carlo said Mr. Sacco.
It was just like the demon.
Ah, trying to get healing.
Look, toasting for your birthday.
Oh, yummy. You like that beer, Tony?
Yeah, it's good for a lager. I'm not the biggest lager fan.
And that's my favorite beer.
Yeah, it's not bad. Iguana is like, how did you get so high in this thing? I don't know how this move doesn't hurt people, but
Go to top.
yeah.
I like that movement. It's weird, but I like how it's named.
I mean, it finishes it because you're stomping on the chest, but it just seems to be a dangerous move to do. We Eddie Guerrero Jr. down there.
See, I think he's gonna be pushed, Tony. Right down Mysterio.
It's weird that they spent so long like booing him so hard you can hear a word he said to now they're cheering him and stuff as he has their Continental belt. I just don't like how it's probably been 4 years time that we've been doing these shows and nearly 3 minus injuries, but Judgment Days had like 2 or 3 of the belts. And they just don't do anything exciting.
Mm-hmm.
There's Natalia after her AAA Mania match. It's, I guess, she's trying to save money here because she wears this white poodle thing every week. Speculate. Don't find Natalia. Referee ain't telling her that way. It's not a legal move. So. Yeah. John Cena's ex-wife. I, I wonder if she's gonna get a belt. I imagine so. Do you think Nikki Bella's gonna get a belt?
That'd be a good change of pace. A good story, I guess. Give me a second, Tony. Alright, I'll be right back.
Yes, we know Russ. I think he's a fine wrestler, but they just feature him so much because he's, like I said, he's wrestled like half the men's roster, and a lot of them he fought like 3 times in a couple of weeks. But you do like Ray Phoenix, though. Can you just like one of the brothers? Is that what it is? Pretty sure you like Ray Phoenix. You're just wondering if he would join this brother. You get bored, Russ? Look up Penta versus Chelsea Green and Lucha Libre. We're at the end of it. You can see Penta covered in gasoline. They pour gasoline on him at the end of a match. And maybe that's a bad quote of me at the end of a match. They were gonna light a fire, but the show goes dark. Then a few weeks later, Penta does not win the championship. Nikki Bella standing on her. We'll pause through this way. I know stay on Bella until Alonso comes, but I'm enjoying my beer. Not as much as Russ did yesterday. Russ would have joined us tonight. He had too many beers yesterday. So Russ, next week's event is on a Sunday. Not a bad time, but it's on a Sunday, so you gotta watch the Clashin Paris for us. Because it's your boy has a good chance of winning. Yeah, that'd be La Night, which would make sense in Paris. I could see La Night or Punk winning. Also could be Seth Rollins retains and everything stays normal. There's Nikki Bella. Any thoughts about her, Alonso?
Yeah, like I said, I just hope that we give her change of pace. I like her talk. represent the Eagles. But yeah, it's just I'm getting tired of Becky Lynch. Um, so if she challenges Becky for the belt and wins, I'd be okay with that. Um, yeah, it's always good to see a Philly fan,
I,
Philadelphia fan.
I will.
She's
I
from the
will not
area,
be
and I wouldn't
surprised
mind
if we.
going for her. So yeah, I'd be happy.
I
Good
would not
story.
be surprised if we see that Monday.
This Monday,
When do you work Monday, Alonzo?
I'm off Monday.
So do you want to do a live stream of Raw since it's at like noon or something?
That's fine. Yeah,
Since we don't get to do those too often.
and that's a good idea. I don't mind that.
Here, there's Naomi. And Raw's general manager. There's Naomi going kind of or psychotic part of her. I liked it. They framed it like her craziness is because her hormones have been all fucked up because she's pregnant. So,
Hmm.
so they might use that as why she went heel. She's been heel for a while. The fans give her a good farewell. There's her brother-in-law, Jay, or Shasta Fatu. Full of all the normal things we get in a shopping cart. This shopping cart had a bad wheel since, so we had to like push it at one part of her rent. That's funny. And there's a menacing pose from Breaker. I like that image there. Yeah, flashback. The small Brock Lesnar or one of the Steiners. Do you like this image here, Alonzo? I think it's. I think it makes him look menacing.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
They still need to give him a better song. They're supposed to get him a Limp Bizkit song. See if that happens or not. There they are, middle of the ring, ready to kick off. There you got the Singapore cane to the back. Okay, there you got. I like it how he can jump from the ring to the table. A little different using the trash can as a battering ram. Or softens the blow than him actually hitting you. Don't think I want to be hit when he's making that jump. There you go, a table perfectly set up. Look who comes in the night.
LA night. Yeah.
So you can talk about this as we go through these images here, but what do you think his chances are of winning at Paris?
LA night and CM Punk.
No, well, you can do either one of them, but I kind of asked Rush that
Well,
question.
who I want to win is CM Punk. Who I think to win is Seth Rollins.
But for some reason, I think we're going to give it to night. But I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
I really don't like how many times it's changing hands right now.
Mhm.
Go through everybody's days that we have them all coming into the ring, like every Raw Indie. Rollins didn't want Punk touchy. We have Roman Reigns
Mhm.
taking out everybody.
Mhm.
There you have put it out on the table. Finally, after cousin Roman came out and helped. Second cousin, not first cousin. Cousin first removed for those that say that. Here's
Mhm.
Jay ready to go through a table. And he congratulates his cousin, helping him win. That is the end of Monday Night Raw this week. And if you want to know what happened on NXT, it was basically Uba Femi, TNA champion. This can be a game at home for people that want to play along. I'll just do what I did last time and go big and see if it does it for me. There we go. Much easier. As you can see, they're doing Europe right now. Use either normally time they do it. It seems like I've been building up for this thing forever. So I had that image there, blue, white, and red one for about 5 months. It seems like at this point. This is a weird one to me. We'll get in more of these next week, but don't you think this is kind of weird? Bronson Reed versus, or do you think we're kind of using that as like a half a push, get him over more? We just don't know why he's wrestling Roman Reigns. Yeah, it gets weird, Alonzo.
I mean, I hope it's not for a push, because Bronson Reed, I think they're giving too much of a push to Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker.
Well, no, because it started so early. Then he got that injury, and that kind of screwed it up because it was cool when he was going against Braun Strowman, and they were doing
The
stuff in
monster.
the parking lot, and all kinds of cool stuff, 20-foot drops off stuff. It was,
And
I liked it. I
mm,
thought I thought he had the talent. I think he has the talent, but I
but it's
think
like
I think it's probably hard for people to digest two guys that they don't know very well seeing them go through. I mean, you can say
Kevin Owens is doing the Territory Ready at Daytona. So he is healthy enough to stand up on there. And Kevin Owens just did the Drivers Already Ready. Kevin Owens is there right now.
going from neck injury.
Yeah, I guess it seems fine to me. So
Cena turns into a good guy, goes against Logan Paul. This could really get Logan Paul over if they try to push this right.
well, Logan Paul needs neck surgery, so I don't have to see him anymore. I got Tony. You like that, Tony?
He's a perfectly good wrestler. He might be a douchebag and other stuff he does, but he's a good wrestler.
He's a sleazeball, as they say.
Yeah, I can understand why you see that. There's a fatal four-way. We'll discuss it in depth, who and why we think so, when. We'll get more clues live Monday, which you can see us Monday. Watching it, why we figure out how we can watch ESPN without paying more money.
It's called we need magic, Tony.
And Sheamus, Rusev, which is getting boring because they've fought like the last 5 weeks. So having a good old fashioned Donnybrook match. Take care. Raw and September 1st, 5 days before my birthday. There you have the next Worlds Collide. Lonzo, Worlds X Collide. And here.
What is WrestlePalooza, Tony?
It's for kickoff for PLE's on ESPN. As you can tell by all the fucking places you have to tune to watch all this. With a maximum of $880 to watch just Raw, SmackDown, and it's the ESPN one. But this is where I told you kind of hold out when you were talking about NASCAR being on so many things. You get basketball, it's on like over TV networks now, like 2 or 3 streaming services. It's a shit show. It's not good for fans because there should be just one place you can tune in to watch, which you can do if you live away from the US and you have Netflix. Here in the States, you gotta pay a king's ransom to see this stuff. And again, they moved this WrestlePalooza in here so they could go head to head with AEW like they do every month. Wonder if that's end up in a lawsuit. But you can go. I don't care if you go Premier League because I know the UK fans have that. You can go hockey. I'm not sure how many hockey's on, but well, Whatever you want to talk about,
Yes, yes.
you can talk about this. And it's just weird.
Tony, I gotta go, man. I'm sorry, but NASCAR has to start.
Let's see. I only got a few more, Alonzo. Get through them real quick. Crown Jewel, Survivor Series. What else do I have? That's it. Yay. Alonzo can go watch wrestling now. Racing. Well, you said Kevin Owens, so it's like, yeah.
All right, Tony. Well, see you next time. So you talking about doing the NXT tomorrow?
Yeah, I plan on doing NXT tomorrow and then Monday, Monday day, Monday day Raw, since it's
Okay.
night first. I'll see ya.
All right, Tony.
Thanks for
Good
joining
rest.
me.
You're
Thanks
welcome.
everybody else, and we're out of here.